Hey everybody, Danielle here. I'm doing a solo playthrough of Defrag. This is designed by Brandon McCool and published by Envy Born Games. This is a game for 1 to 2 players, although I think with 2 players you do need another box. So I'll be playing this solo. It should take about 20 minutes or less. I will be just doing one round. So with the one round, you will get, the overall view of what this game is about. So it comes with a scenario manual, but I'm just going to show you overall how to play. So I won't go through the scenario, but if you have it, definitely feel free to try it out. This is the scoreboard or scorecard, and basically you'll be scoring on one of these icons each round, and you get to decide in which order you want to score them in, which is pretty cool. We have a dry erase marker because this is a wipe off board. And we have 18 cards. And then I do have some expansion content here, which I won't be showing off in this video. Okay, so let's set this aside. So we have these 18 cards, and what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to shuffle them. I'll shuffle them. And then as you shuffle them, you'll flip some face up, or there's really no face up or face down because they're double-sided cards. So you'll shuffle them, sometimes flipping over some, just to really get them all shuffled up. And then, once you're done, you're going to place them in this formation. Okay. And it doesn't matter the orientation of these cards. You'll have an opportunity to change that later. Okay. So, we have 8 cards out, and then you're going to draw 2. These 2 cards will be in your hand, and this is basically a tile placement game. The tiles will be like these little cards, and when you place your cards, you're going to notice that you could read this easily. That means it's right side up. That means the windows are correct orientation. This is how you would place your card. You could always flip it, put the other side on, put it wherever you want that's adjacent to what's already on the table. So what's interesting about this is it also has this little window on the bottom, and that tells you what's on the other side. So this side will have these icons that it can activate, but the other side will have this, I think it's the network icon, which if you flip it, that's what you'll see, the network icon. And then this will tell you what was on the other side, which was the up arrow. So just something to keep in mind what these icons will be telling you as I'm going through the playthrough. So these are the 2 cards I have in hand. You get to place it within this grid, I guess. And essentially, you're trying to stack cards with icons that match each other. So actually, the way this is lined up right now, all of the icons at the top of the cards, not really caring about the orientation of them, but just the icons along the top. Since they all match, at some point I might be able to place a card, and I think I actually will. So maybe I'll score on this paint. And I will see both of these have an up arrow, and you'll see why that matters. I think actually I'll just use this one. I'll use this card and I'll place it here, and I'll show you how that works. So what's interesting is, now that I placed it, I see that this icon and this icon matches. These are both like the notepad icons. So anything that matches on any of the edges of the tile I just placed, I can rotate however I want. So I can set up for stacking. But I'm actually going to keep it just like this. And now I get to look at the column and the row of the card I just placed out. And I get to pick one card in the column or the row to move in the direction that is shown on the card itself here. So over here is the up arrow, and I really don't have much of a row, so I have to choose one of the cards in the column. I get to move a card up 1 position, and I will move this one up. And when you move a card, it will stack on top of the card in the direction it's moving if the icons match. at the top. So these two match, they will stack. But if for some reason it was oriented like this does not match the notepad. So in this case, if I were still to want to move this up, it would just swap places like that. But that's not the case. So I will move this up, and this was this way. I will move this up and stack it. And it is completely fine that there's this gap here. And now I draw up to 2 cards. And wow, I see a lot more paint icons that could help. So I think I will place this here. I will check the adjacent cards to see matching icons. And those icons don't match, so I can't reorient anything, which is completely fine. I do want this to say exactly how it is. This might be nice to rotate at some point as well as this. But yeah, so I placed this card down. Oh, wait. I have to place it this way. Because, again, when you're placing your tile, they have to be right side up. So, in that case, I'll have to place it on this side instead. Because I do want this icon here. Okay, so I'm going to place this here. And this matches this icon. So I will change this to look like this. To have the paint on top. This also matches this card. I will rotate this to have the paint on top, just to really optimize my stacking here. The icon here says right, so I will move a stack right, and I will move this stack to the right, and it'll go right on top. And you'll see right now, if I were to score, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. Okay, I draw a card. So I think now is a good time to explain the other options. So the other options here that you can do instead of placing a card is recycle. So that's what this icon is. So what that means is you get to discard a card, and then you get to rotate, flip a card anywhere. So I could decide to flip and rotate this to my, desire. That could make it work for any other, stacking. I don't think I'll do that for now. I am going to play this card here. And these two icons match. I will turn this like this. This has an up arrow. I'm going to move this up to that stack. So that's stacking. It's part of the defrag process, right? I draw a card. All right, so let's see. Okay, this is a pretty good looking option. So we have this save icon. So this save icon, I do have to look into what that one means. And I love the rulebook. Everything is so on theme with this production of the game, I have to say. Okay, so we have note. Actually, which one is it? It is the save icon. So there's a couple different icons, but the save action says, remove one card in this row or column from the grid, placing it in a save area. Treat this card as a third card in your hand. So that's what you can do instead. Instead of having to move it around, that's what that would do. So maybe that might work. So I'm going to place this card here, and I'm going to save this card. Yeah, I'll save this card and put it in an area down here just so I remember it's mine, and then I'll draw a card. This round would end after you place all of your tiles, so we have a little bit of time to work with. Okay, so we have this, and we can use it however we like, and we also have these. I think I'm going to try to put this onto this stack. So in order to do that, I could use one of these two cards. I could put this card here, move this stack on top of this. I could use this card here, move this stack on top of this one. And I think I will. I think I'll do that. I'll put it right here. I'll put this on top of this stack. Draw a card. Okay, so I'm going to place this card here. And I'm going to use that left arrow and stack this on top of this one. All right. I'm going to next I have to draw a card. Yeah, I'm going to put this here. This matches this icon, so I can rotate it however I like. I'll rotate this card this way. Oh, and then let's see what the network icon means. So network, you may move one card from anywhere in the grid to any position in the row or column where you played this card, even directly into a stack. So I can move this card right here. So basically, it's a network action. Doesn't matter where the location is. I get to take a card and move it into a column or row that I just placed my card in, and I'll do that. All right. So yeah, I'll draw my card. I guess I'm gonna try to get these over here if possible. I'm going to place this card here, and I'm going to move this over one with that left arrow. Draw a card. It's the last card in the deck. I do have this saved card to place, so I want to remember that. So maybe I'll just hold it in my hand. Essentially, it's the third card in your hand anyway. So I'll place... Okay. I will place this card right here. It has the up arrow. I will move this up and stack that. And then I'll play this card here. And I'm going to use so this one has a right and left arrow. I'm just going to choose to go left and stack this on top of this. And then I have one final card to play, which I don't think actually matters here. So I'll just place it anywhere at this point, and I'll place it here. So this is the end of the round. I get to score. So in scoring, it says, each time the deck runs out, you must choose one of the file types to score. You can only defrag a file type only when both the draw deck and your hand are empty, which they are. So first, make sure you have only one stack of the chosen file type, and there are no individual cards with that active file type outside the stack anywhere else on the table. Yeah, I think that's fine. So it says make sure you have only one stack and that there are no individual cards with that active file type outside of the stack anywhere else on the table. And count up the total number of active icons of that file type. Yeah, so I think if that's what that means, I should not be seeing, which I didn't realize before, that you actually don't want to see this paint anywhere else active. So, like, it can't be the top icon on any of these cards, which actually, you know, reading this through, that's new to me, but luckily I don't see that anywhere else. But yes, so let's count the icons now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. So what you would do is you just take your marker, you write 15. And then keep in mind, you can no longer score this on future rounds. All right. Well, that was one round out of the 4 for this game called Defrag. And I'm really enjoying the puzzle of it. So again, this is designed by Brandon McCool. Illustrations and graphic design by Jason Bowles and Aaron Wood. And it also says project developer or manager, Matthew Ryan. And let me bring back the box just so that you can really see just how awesome the theme is here. So like, it literally looks like a floppy disk, if you're familiar with those, which I think is awesome. And even the back has like the metal pieces you normally would see. So pretty cool, pretty cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna end the video here. Let me know what you guys think of this one. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.